Hi, this is Tamara from mooglyblog.com, and I am super excited today to bring you an interview that I recorded with Lorene Eppolite from Crochet Foundry. This is an amazing, fantastic, so exciting new crochet magazine that you guys have got to check out. I know Lorene works with We Crochet and Furls and a bunch of other amazing designers. So let's get started. Lorene, tell me all about Crochet Foundry. What's it all about? What is it?
We are a size-inclusive, curated collection for the modern woman. So I've teamed up with 6 other really amazing designers. This is our second issue. Last issue we did was summer, and that garment behind me is the issue we did for the summer magazine. We had 5 designers for that one. We brought on 2 more for this issue. So basically, we kind of get together, pick a color story, pick a theme, decide what designs we're going to make, and then we get them all photographed together and put together like a whole, like this theme, this issue we did coffee. So we each give you like our favorite coffee recipe and just do a lot of cute little fun things to kind of make it a little bit more elevated than say like the basic crochet bundle or crochet collection.
Yeah, well, that sounds like such a personal touch, and it sounds like a really collaborative effort. I think most magazines, you've got that editor, or maybe there's some other team who kind of decides the direction, and then they just hand that out to everybody else. It sounds like you guys, it really is a collaborative effort. Is there a hierarchy, or is it a true team, do you think?
We're a true team. I mean, we're still trying to get like our footing and figure everything out. I mean, I'm sure you know how it goes on any new venture. So right now there's 7 of us, and we're all trying to make decisions. We don't, of course, always agree on every little aspect, but when it comes down to it, we've really come together and been able to work really cohesively together. So, there's not really any hierarchy. I don't think we call kind of just, I guess, the majority rules, but at the same time, we all try to listen to each other and see what everybody else has to bring to the table.
That's awesome. I think that probably does really bring a really different feel to the magazine too. It feels, probably just really personal that way, like you were saying with the coffee recipes. I think that's such a neat touch. Are there a lot of articles, or is it primarily focused on the patterns?
So far, we've just done patterns, but we are working out something fun with We Crochet towards the end of the year that will have a lot of other aspects to it. So it's already pretty thick. Like, we had a hard time getting it even uploaded to the site at how big it is, because we really tried to make sure that we had all the details. So we have all the schematics, and we have other things that go with it though. So the magazine itself doesn't have any articles in it, but we have some bonuses when you purchase. So we have a style guide that gives you different ways to style your items, a customization guide that gives you different ways to customize your garment if you want it longer, shorter, different style, and we have a gauge guide. So there's some other goodies that we've thrown in there for our readers as well.
Well, and you said upload. So is Crochet Foundry digital only, or is there a print version?
It is digital only at this time. We're working at getting something in a print format. So
that is exciting. That is exciting, because I know there are people who love their digital formats, and there are people who love having it on paper, So if you are somebody who likes working the patterns on paper, are they able to print out that portion of the magazine? Do they need to print out the whole magazine? Or can they just print out the parts they want to, you know what I mean? That can be a lot of printing.
Last time we did a mobile view. As of right now, they have to print the whole thing, but I think when you choose to print something, you can choose what pages you want to print. So they could theoretically just print the patterns that they want. But again, like I said, this being such a new venture, we're looking into ways to make things better for our audience and taking suggestions. And
awesome. Yeah, I think that sounds cool. And like you say, you can always, when you go to print something, you can always pick the pages you want to print. So yeah, people can do it from their end for sure. So what do you think primarily really sets Crochet Foundry apart from the other crochet magazines that are out there right now, besides the amazing team effort?
Mostly that it's very curated. It's the same color theme, the same color story throughout. It's we're not just giving the patterns in all sizes, we're showing them on all size models. We're trying to make sure that we're very inclusive in all ways, and we're trying to, we're always using different models or trying to find different models, so try to have some diversity in different ethnicities and sizes and age groups. So we've worked with some of the same models for this issue as we did last one, but we're taking on the process for looking for more. So we're just trying to be super inclusive of every woman, every, you know, modern woman who's going to wear our crochet stuff.
Well, I admit I've been taking a couple peeks at the little teasers that have been out so far. And of course, it launches today. So people can see even more today. But what I have seen so far looks amazing. Even just looking at the cover, it looks absolutely fantastic. I know you're one of the designers. So, and as a designer, it's, you know, easy to fall in love with our own stuff. But what's a pattern by one of the other designers that you really enjoy from this issue?
I really have to say I like them all, but I did
Right
tell
answer.
Brianna that I was going to be making hers. So I wasn't going to say, I didn't want to send it back to her. So I really liked how her sample fit me. It was super lightweight and warm, but lightweight and cozy. So my sweater is a little heavier, where hers was a little more lightweight. So I did have to send it back to her, but I will be making one of my own.
Awesome. And so I know the designs and the colors are curated. What about the names? I know for me as a designer, coming up with the names of patterns is honestly sometimes the hardest part. Do you guys work together on the names too, or is that something you each come up with
Yeah,
on
so
your own?
they're all named after coffee. The coffee, our warm beverages, I should say, this go around. So mine's the Cafe au lait cozy cowl neck sweater, and we've got the macchiato sweater and double espresso cardigan. So we all tried to choose names that were indicative of nice, warm, cozy beverages that you'd drink on a fall afternoon or evening.
I love that. And are they all fall designs then in this one? Are they seasonal? Okay.
So we will be releasing a new issue every season. So last season was summer. So all the designs are summer. This is fall. We're working on our winter now and kind of prepping for spring. So I've already started working on spring as well. And when we do the photographs, we try to bring that all into. So all the feelings of fall, and for winter, we'll be doing a lot in front of the fireplace, and we're going to be doing cookie recipes that go round.
Oh,
So
yay. So we have a hint to start thinking it'll be like sweets themed, probably names for all the patterns then too, right?
yeah, we'll do all different cookie. We'll share our favorite cookie recipes and then name them all after some sort of bakery good.
That's awesome. So is it going to be primarily garments then? So far it looks like it's been all garments. Are you going to add in like home decor, or are you going to stick to the garments and accessory type?
We're all garment designers. The collection itself, so we've talked about it, so we're not really sure. The collection itself is going to probably remain garments. We may end up throwing accessories in there as well, but it will be very garment heavy. But we do for this issue too. So on top of the other like bonuses I told you about, we're also doing a bonus bundle. So we've got some accessories in that as well.
Cool. So you say, you know, if you're going to stick with garments, I think that's awesome. I think that crochet garments are really kind of having a moment these last few years. But there are still, of course, lots of people who are still just learning to crochet, or maybe they've been crocheting blankets and, you know, other home goods for a long time. They haven't done a crochet sweater or top. If somebody's never designed a crochet sweater before, I'm going to say the designs here, they look absolutely stunning, but they look intimidating. Are there easier ones for people who haven't made garments before?
We do have a couple that are on the beginner level. So we're trying to keep them all kind of different levels of skill so that the beginner could make some of them or most of them, but if it was an advanced crocheter, they're not going to get bored with it as well. But I do have to say, all of the designers are very skilled at making things that look complex, but really aren't complex. I mean, if you can do the basic stitches, if you can do single crochet, half double, or double crochet, then the patterns are written really clearly and really well so that a beginner crocheter, if they just read through the instructions, you know, slowly and take their time, they should be able to make all the garments that are in the magazine.
Oh, that's awesome. And I think that's such a good point too. It's that people think, you know, gosh, sweaters have to be complicated. And of course, garments don't have to be complicated. If you've got those basic crochet skills and you can read the pattern, you know, you just take your time and go step by step. And I always say trust the pattern. And it sounds like with these designers, that's something they can do as well.
A couple of the designers, and we're all going to try to hopefully be able to offer the same thing. Do have some videos to go with their patterns as well. So Michelle Moore from MJ's Off the Hook does a lot of videos. So I know her design will have some video accompaniment for that. So there'll be some other helpful guides to help people along the way.
That's awesome. So obviously this has been a huge just endeavor for all of you. What's been the biggest challenge so far launching something like this?
There's been a few challenges. Just from like the first, when we launched our first issue, we broke our website in 3 minutes. So
Oh my gosh.
I guess we didn't expect it to be as popular instantly as it was, or, you just never know. So we were like, oops, we gotta get this other special thing that we needed. So between technology, which I often tell you is the bane of my existence, doesn't like me very much, or uh, things running late in the mail. Like, we decided to start this magazine, I think maybe 2 weeks before COVID.
Oh,
So
wow.
it was like, hey, let's do this thing. Great. We had these other things planned. You and I were both supposed to be going somewhere that got canceled by COVID. So it was like, okay, let's do it now. And then we couldn't get the yarn, and maybe the colors that we wanted weren't available, or
Yeah.
you know, lots of different things. And you do have 7 very distinct personalities. So it takes a little longer when you're working with other people to make things happen, or make decisions, or get an answer from somebody, or whatever the case might be. But it's all been a really big learning experience and been really fun, and we are so happy with the end result, and it just makes us more excited to do more in the future.
It sounds amazing. Tell me more about now. I know this isn't just between you guys. This is something you do with We Crochet and Furls as well, right?
Yes. So we were really lucky. We started talking about what we were going to do, and we hadn't even put out a single design yet. And I was talking to one of the lovely ladies from We Crochet about something, and I said, "Oh, by the way, we're doing this thing." And she was like, "That sounds awesome. Let's get on a call." And we were amazed that without even seeing a single item from us, they had faith in our businesses and in us, and said, like, "We want to help you and we want to partner with you." So they've been very supportive. And of course, I work for Furls, and Pam, one of our designers, now also works for Furls,
Ah.
able to drag her on board. So of course we were going to use the hooks that we all already work with and love, and they've been very supportive as well. So it's been really nice to have the support of these two amazing companies who have value systems that we all the designers have the same like values and beliefs. So it's been nice to have two companies to work with.
For sure. And I mean, I love Furls hooks, and We Crochet really does have some lovely yarns, a few of which I have had the pleasure of using. What is your favorite We Crochet yarn to design garments with so far?
I go back and forth between the thinner and the thicker. I'm not a worsted girl as much. I really either like a DK or a bulky. So Galileo is one of my favorites. I just started using uh, oh my goodness, Paragon. I want to say Paragon,
Okay.
for my spring design, and I absolutely love it. The stitch definition on it is just amazing, and I just really like the way it feels. So I've used We Crochet, or when they were Knit Picks before they were even We Crochet, off and on over the years, but I kind of keep going back to them and just being really in love with everything they have to offer.
Yeah, I never found a yarn there I didn't like. And yeah, like you say, all the people I've ever worked with there have all been really fantastic. And same with Furls. So obviously two great companies there. So right now you said you got 7 designers working on it? Okay. So and you all are kind of having equal, do you all still have the equal sort of input, or is it that main group of 5 who are kind of in
No,
charge?
we're all equal. So when we took on the other two members, they just came on just like the rest of us, so the 5 of us. So it's nice to be able to just be a joint and collaborative effort.
Well, that leads me to my next question then. If someone watching this is a designer and they love the look of your magazine, do you taking submissions? Is that something you're looking forward to doing in the future?
Again, it's something that we've talked about, so we haven't really said yes or no to it at this point. We're so new and we're still trying to figure everything out, that it is definitely an option. We kind of just keep thinking bigger and bigger and bigger. So we may end up completely in print. We may end up with a whole lot more patterns and more skill levels and more different types of designs. So yeah, I mean, if somebody's interested, then definitely contact us. And if we're not ready for it, we'll get you on the list.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, back to people who buy the magazine, what do you think really is the primary thing that sets Crochet Foundry apart then? Why should they get this one over, say, the other crochet magazines that are out there right now?
It's just really, really detailed. I mean, we went through everything with a fine-tooth comb, and we had them tech edited and proofread again and tech edited again, and we all did it ourselves. So Brianna did all the formatting for the magazine, which took hours and hours and hours worth of work. I did all the photography for it, or all the modeled shoots. I didn't do the photos. Took them to the photographer, but did the creative directing for that. Pam did all the images for the different flat lays and yarn photos and things. It's just a very hands-on baby. It's really our baby. So it's like a passion project for us.
So is there anything else you'd like to share about Crochet Foundry before we let you go today?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to my fellow designers. So we have Amber from Divine Debris, Brianna from Brianna K. I do it in alphabetical order so I can remember. I have Emily from Hooked Hazel. We have Katie from KT and the Squid, Michelle from MJ's Off the Hook and Century Box Designs, and Pam from By Sincerely Pam, as well as myself. I think I named everybody.
And your site is?
I'm sorry?
And your site is?
And our site is crochetfoundry.com.
And yours is Creation Crochet. You named everybody else's. I want to make sure you let everybody know where you're from, too.
Yes. Duh. Thanks. Yes, and I'm from Creation Crochet. So, Lorene, hi. So you can find us at Crochet Foundry, and we are Crochet Foundry on all the social media. We also have a crochet along that we're going to be doing a little bit later on for those who have purchased the magazine. And we are offering a 5-day only 20% off bonus or special. So you have a promo code that you're going to be able to share with your audience to give them the 20% off. So I'm sure I almost said Brianna. I'm sure Tamara will have it linked somewhere. Yep. Here for her audience to go ahead and purchase that, and we'll give you a little access to our group, our Facebook group, and go from there.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you are watching this, if you're watching it on mooglyblog.com, I'm going to be embedding this in a blog post on Moogly, so you can just scroll down a little bit for that discount code. Or if you got the newsletter from me this morning, your discount is included in there as well. So if you're, depending on where you're watching this, click the link in the description and I will have a post with all the details you need about Crochet Foundry. So I really want to thank Lorene for spending some time with me today. I know we're both crazy busy, and I can only imagine how much adding a magazine to your work has filled up your day. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
All right. Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. And be sure to check out Crochet Foundry at the link in the description. Bye.
Bye.